Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Lundberg in at the 2. James deciding where to go with it. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Pokashevsky. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist.
Well, Pokashevsky looking really confident on the interior, doing a nice job using his size to his advantage.
There's a screen to the inside. The 3 ball. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Kalathis, defended by Jones. Korkmaz on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Here's Jones. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Jones has got his second basket on the night. Tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Now, here is James. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Looking to end the run. No luck on that one. Pass to Lundberg. Here's the pick. Outside Jones. Now here's Pokashevsky. Shot clock at 5. And he lobs it up. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Brown, a screen on Jones. Pass to Brown. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. I like how they're controlling the pace, Grant.
Yeah, they must continue to build on this run.
And it's Bonga missing. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
And Allie, thanks. Now, here is James. And it's James with the jam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Jones, and it's blocked. Outside, Brown. And he misses the fast break layup.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And the shot goes down.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Korkmaz. From deep. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Bonga, pass to Pokashevsky, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And this has to help Pokashevsky's confidence, showing he can finish through contact right there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's Kalathis. No made baskets yet. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Korkmaz. Fires for three. Misses again, now 0 for 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Bonga gets the bucket.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to James. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Up by 15. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jones sets a screen. Here's Ntilikina. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Three-pointer off the mark. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
That one goes. Count it.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. On Thursday, and then on Saturday.
And that game against Athens, on paper, they should be expected to come away with a win. However, this might be one of those trap games if they aren't fully engaged.
From the wing. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. This one for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. From downtown. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Here's Cornelie. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Mata-Yunus. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's a Kobo. That three's off the mark. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Jones with a screen on Diallo. Ntilikina. Off target from outside. Ntilikina's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Pass to Cornelie. Here's Mata-Yunus to the right side. Shot from the top of the key. A Kobo, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Gets some space and parries the jumper. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Good on the bucket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Ntilikina. 4-3. They get the rebound. We've got 1:48 left in the second. The rebound by Cornelie. Diallo outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Diallo's gotten his first points in this one.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Ntilikina, the pass to Jones, inside. And we've got 1:18 left in the first half. Out to the right wing. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And he drops the first.
For the away team, number 45, taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. .102 left to play in the first half. Diallo on the wing. He buries it from 3. Diallo's got 5 points.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Floats one up. The rebound by Corneli.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And they're running. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Pass to Akobo. Oh, got a piece of it.
Number 19.
15 seconds left in the first half. Here's Corneli. Here's Matajunas. And stolen by Jones. Throws it up high. They swipe it. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. They lead by 18. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
No matter who makes it, I know all these guys, they're ready.
The final tally of votes soon to come. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the visiting team.
I'm guessing my butt.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Aleksej Pokusevski.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way. Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
They've got Aleksej Pokusevski, and it's Lundberg in at the 2. Puts up a 3. Not going to go that time. Jones has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. To the inside, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Pokusevski.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
At the line for 2, Brown.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Brown. And here's Jones. They've got Aleksej Pokusevski, and it's Jones in at the 1. There's a screen. Shot from the low post is good. He's got 7. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Down low. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That free throw misses.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
It's Brown on the wing. Pokashevsky covering. Here's Kalathis. Still without a bucket. Can't get it to fall.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
To the middle. Here's Lundberg. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. It's Pokashevsky on the wing. Defended by Brown. 4 on the clock. Here's Lundberg. Off target with the open look.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
That's just tremendous reach by Pokashevsky. Woohoo! How about that wingspan defensively?
Jones, and he lays it up and in. Jones has got 6.
They have no answer defensively inside.
James against Jones. They grab their own miss. Kick out to Brown. Pass to James. To the paint. No good with a layup. Here's Lundberg. On the wing, Jones. The teardrop. Yep, count it. Give him 8.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Jones has gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
James, outside. They set a pick. They still need this. Knocks it down from distance. James has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to Pokashevsky from behind the arc. It's not going to go for him. 3rd quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
2nd personal foul. 4th team foul.
There's 1:40 left in the 3rd. For 3, James. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. Pokashevsky's got 4 rebounds now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:19 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Kalathis, defended by Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. Kalathis has got his first points of the game.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Jones from outside. Hauled in by Brown. Here's Kalathis. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your home team, Kalathis.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Jones feels it out. Pass to Pokashevsky. Here's Jones. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries. Jones has gotten half of his 10 shots to fall so far. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's James. From deep 3-point range. Doesn't go for him.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Here's Lundberg. Over James. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 18. And we're just moments away from the... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
They've got Alexei Pokusevski, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. Here's Ntilikina. They set the pick. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Out to the wing. Here's Akobo. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Jones grabs the board.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
For three. Pure from three-point range.
3 points.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Fires in the triple.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
To halt the run, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Ntilikina, and the shot falls short that time.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Back to Diallo. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
2 minutes.
Here's Cornelie. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 6 rebounds in the game. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
They set the pick. Minute 32 left to play in the fourth quarter. Diallo outside. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Diallo's gotten everything to go. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Here's Ntilikina. From the arc. It's hauled in by Akobo. And here they come. Up ahead. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
The three-pointer off the mark. 44 seconds left in the game. Pass to Corley. Right wing. Lets it fly. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Calathes. Here's Korkmaz. A three-pointer off the mark. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. James has a two-pointer. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Driving the lane. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And they get it. Here's Papagiannis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're in business.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First team foul.
And the home team has possession. It's a 5-point game. Brown sets a screen for James. Misses off the right iron.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Here's Cannon. James covering. Fires the 3. And Cannon gets it to go.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here's Brown. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
The 9-foot shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Here's Calathes. Brown outside. Pass to James. Brown sets a screen for James. Back to Brown from the low block. Can't hit that one. 1:58 left to play here in the first. He takes it in. Yep, it counts. 9 points in the game so far.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now here's James. He has yet to score. They get it again. Papagiannis kicks to Brown. Here's Korkmaz. That shot missing.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
And Cannon gets it to go. Cannon's got 5 points so far.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Calathes gets the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
James outside. Lets the three fly, and he's good on the three ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That one falls. Cannon's got his third basket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Away team foul. Play. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's James. Pass to Calathis. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. He can't hit that time. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. They're up by 11. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
And the jam by Monaco.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. 16 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Dos Santos. No good on the triple. Pass to Okobo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Out to the right wing. Monaco with the steal. And here's the break. Pushing it up. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the wing right side. Nedovic. Monaco grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Okobo. Lock at 6. There's the pick. Takes a 3. No good that time.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Mitrovic. Here's Boy. Nothing on the board. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Monaco finds Diallo. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Jacks up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Pass to Boy. Here's Nedovic. Dos Santos shoots the 3. Nedovic misses. Over to the wing. And they're pushing it up. Here's Boy. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fires high post. Right wing. 6 to shoot. Kalinic. That one's in, his first shot this game.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
1:07 left in the first half. Cornish's shot is off. Here's Boy. And the layup's good off the glass. Boy's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's a screen. Out to the right wing. Aniunas passes to Diallo. Aniunas, that's a screen for Diallo. And there it is for him. Diallo's got 5 points now this quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Count that bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
27 seconds left to play here in the half. Cornish, the pass to Aniunas. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here, it is eye-opening.
The long distance three is buried. 7 points in the game. Poke loose. Dos Santos misses the three. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the...
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively. Nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Taking a look at the visitors, their final game of the regular season.
And that is...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Now Brown. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in its center. Pass to Cannon. He's covered by Brown. Cannon looking over the floor. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Cannon's got 10 points in the game.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
They've got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. And it's Galethis in at the point.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Lets a floater go. And James with the basket on the assist by Brown.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
They set the pick. Drives to the hoop. Fires from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Outside, James. And the jumper falls for him. James has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. James defending. An easy 2 points on the layup.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And Brown now atop the key. Here's Calathis, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. It's deflected. Here's Korkmaz. Still scoreless. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Cannon. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to Korkmaz.
2 minutes.
They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Can't nail the jumper. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Pass to Cannon. 1:03 left in the third quarter. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. From deep, James. No good on that one. Takes it inside. Yes, that goes in. He's got 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Brown outside. In the corner, it's Calathis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Pass to Cannon. Fires for 3. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Here's Korkmaz. Scoreless thus far. Brown, good.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
The tray. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 15. And we're coming. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Corniche, and it's Moniunas in at the center, locking down the middle. Corniche, the pass to Diallo. No good with the wing jumper.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
They get it back. Boy kicks to Nedovic. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Diallo.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Corniche. Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Dos Santos. And the 3 off target. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. To the right side. Diallo with it from outside the arc. That one's not going to go. Kalinic. And he banks in the layup.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. There's a good screen. And it's a Kobo missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And they get it back. Pass to Nedovic. Fires the 3. That shot off the mark.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's a Kobo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Offline from the top of the key.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Chalk up 2 there.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Dos Santos releases from the wing and drills it. Out left to the wing. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Diallo, no good. Diallo's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Pass to Bowling Boy. The 3. Drills it from outside.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Kobo's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Stolen away. Pass to Corniche. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And here's Diallo. There's a screen by Motiejunas. 5 to shoot. To the middle. And he makes good on the layup. Motiejunas has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. To the paint. Here's Nedovic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Here's a Kobo. His 3-pointers off the mark. Puts up a 3. The shot's good from Nedovic.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Dos Santos kept alive. Cuts off the pass. Right wing. Here's a Kobo. It's blocked. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Jones' shot is good.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
The three is up. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Picked by Pokashevsky. Some room here for Jones. They get it back. Pass to Lundberg. Picked by Pokashevsky. Shot clock at 6. And another shot. Drives to the hoop. And Lundberg gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
They set the screen. Picked his pocket. Outside Jones. Plenty of space. And that one's good. Jones has got 6 points.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4 or 5.
Over to the wing. Launches it. Can't get it to drop. On the wing, Jones. Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Lundberg. Here's Bonga. Jones feels it out. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Another shot. He can't get that one to fall.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Three-pointer. And 1:01 left in the opening quarter. Picked by Pokashevsky. Outside Jones. Into the lane. From outside the arc. The shot won't fall.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
.34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Off with the layup.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Here's Pokashevsky. And that one is hammered home.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Knocked away, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
It could go. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Washington grabs the miss. And here's the fast break.
Away team foul.
On Thursday,
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team.
First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. He's guarded by Washington. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Stolen away. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Drained it for 2 points.
Let's go.
And a foul called on the way up. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
The play will be reviewed.
Game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Washington. No points yet. Shot to stop the run. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Beyond the arc. Just 5 on the clock. Deflected. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Washington's gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Jones grabs the board. Down low. Here we go. Can't connect from short range.
Great opportunity. just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Got it.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
The home team calls timeout. Now here's Washington, guarded closely. 1:52 left to play in the first half. Lots of room. Good as the jump shot falls. Washington's got 5 points in the quarter.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Defended by Jones. No good with a layup. Washington outside. Jacks up a three. That won't go. Just 2 for 7 shooting.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
56 seconds left in the half. He's guarded by Washington. And there it is for him. Clock at 6. From the stripe. Misses again. 2 for 8 in this matchup.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover to the middle. Here's Jones. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jones has got his first basket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Up 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Well, I think for the home team, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't. Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's it for us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The visitors with the ball. It's a 1-point game. They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Lundberg in at the shooting guard position. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Pokashevsky. Sinks it from distance. Pokashevsky's got 5. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Just 5 to shoot. And there's a pick. Off the mark there with a 3.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
At the line for 2, Davies.
And he makes a first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Going inside. He's off on that one.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
The 3. The shot off that time.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Hits the three-pointer.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Outside Jones. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Pokashevsky. And there's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. That shot is off.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Out left to the wing. Shot is up. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Outside Jones. Here he goes. It's good. Jones has got 12 points.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Misses from close range. Here's Lundberg. Picked by Pokashevsky, and he drives in. Count it. Good.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Fires it. Drops in the short one. 10 points for him. Outside Jones. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It's tipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got his second basket.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
No good on the shot.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. The first one falls. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Jones grabs the board. Pass to Bonga. It'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Leading by 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Lundberg in at the 2. Defended by Jones. Here's Nedovic. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Assist from Dos Santos.
Now here's Jones. With the drive, pass to Lundberg. And here's Pokashevsky, 6 on the shot clock. Off target on the 15-footer.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Dos Santos taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Washington with the ball. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Shoots from the elbow. Oh, that one bounces around and comes back out. Here's Nedovic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Washington. To the wing on the left. And there's the screen. Pulls it. Ah, nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
To snap the cold streak. No good there.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
He's guarded by Washington to tie it up. And he hits it to tie the game.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now.
Nilakina, he's checked in for Washington. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Ali. Misses in close.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
We've got 1:13 left in the 4th. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. .43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off target from three-point range. And the visitors call time here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I don't know if they should actually look for the three here. That's a bit greedy. I'd take a good look, even if it's a two-point basket. Take the high percentage shot.
Off target from downtown. And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous...
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Galathis in at the 1. Here's James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He misses the free throw.
James at the line for 2.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Jones. Pass to Bonga. From 11 feet away, Davies grabs the miss. Here's Lundberg. Another shot. Davies misses. James with it. Shot's good. Brown making the play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Jones. Back to Pokuševski. Davies down low. Jones, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Now here's James. He's guarded closely. Goes up on the wing. And rebounded by Davies. Davies has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown against Jones. Nails the wide open jump shot. Jones has got 5. Jones has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Now James. Pass to Galathis. Back to James. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Galathis. Over Jones. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Banked in off the glass. He's got 7. Jones has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight.
Home team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
James right side. Looking to end the run.
Well, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and it seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Lundberg. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Brown inside. Defended by Pokuševski. Pass to Brown. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Charity stripe shot, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Outside, Jones. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
1:11 left in the first. Brown sets a screen for James. Sinks the triple. James has got 8 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jones with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Davies. Here's Pokuševski. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Bunga gets the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
James outside. Lets it go with a 3. Davies grabs the miss. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Pass to Lundberg. Here's Davies. The 3. And that one is off. Here's Kalathis. He has yet to score. There's the screen. Here's Korkmaz. Off target from outside. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Up 6. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Count that one.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Maniunas in at the center position. Here's Nilakina. Screen by Jones. There's the pick. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Diallo out there with Corniche. And it's Maniunas in at the 5, down low. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And they pick up 2.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
After Okobo. To the inside. Corniche. No good on the shot. Good D by Jones.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And it's Jones finishing it off.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. On defense, the home team. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. He's guarded by Diallo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one. Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's a Kobo. Nothing on the board. No good with the triple. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Nilakina. Down low. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Moniunas. Diallo has the open look. And a miss there on the triple.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moniunas. On Tuesday, then on Thursday. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Driving in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. .112 left in the second quarter. And Jones sends it back. Here's Nilakina. No scoring in this one. Jones with the screen on Diallo. A 3-ball. The offensive rebound. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They grabbed their own miss.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's a Kobo. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 5th rebound in this one. This one for 3. Tries again. Got a piece of it. And they recover it. 6 on the shot clock. Tries yet again. And he sinks the layup. Got it up. It doesn't go for him. And the first half is now in the books. Up by 12. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're in a groove climbing a ranking track, working their way toward that upper echelon.
Is that your word of the day?
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the visiting team.
They're not a...
And that's a halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
They've got Pokuševski, and it's Jones in at point guard. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the middle, Pokuševski.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Lundberg. Good on the three-point shot. Lundberg's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. James looking around. 4 on the clock to stop the run. Davies grabs the miss.
Not a way to get out of the funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Great look, but off the mark.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be having 3 of 4 to start it off.
James, no good.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Bonga, no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
They set the screen. Pass to Davies. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Here's Calathes. Hasn't made one yet. Brown outside. There's the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in the single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. It's stolen by Brown, and here we go. Here's Calathes. Drops in the layup for 2.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's gonna do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Now here's Jones. He's got 12.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
First personal foul. Second
and that one falls for Jones.
At the line for your home team.
And so he hits both. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's the screen. Pass to Papagiannis. Out to the right wing. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Jones. Lock at 6. Korkmaz, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Lundberg. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Pokuševski can't hit. Pokuševski's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. Now Brown. Lets it fly. And James gets it to go on the assist by Brown. James has got 4 points now in the quarter. There's the pick. Here's Pokusevski. Cans it from downtown.
How about the 7-footer out there knocking down threes, poking from distance?
Pass to Korkmaz. Puts up a deep three. And rebounded by Davies. Davies has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Jones. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Jones has got 16.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Lundberg, and the basket is good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
James with a deep three. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And so here's the home team. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. You've got Diallo, and it's Okobo in at the 2-guard. Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Brent, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in, the scouting, the intel work, to build up a team where you are making the steps and taking strides to become a championship caliber team, that stuff starts at the NBA draft.
Here's Ntilikina.
Ntilikina has some size and able to battle there down low.
Personal foul.
And that one falls for Ntilikina.
At the line for two, Ntilikina.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Now here's Diallo. Odiunas sets a screen for Diallo. 6 to shoot. Top of the key. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Ntilikina showing his role right there as a distribution player.
Okobo. And Jones pulls it down.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And they're on the break. There's the lob to the hoop. And Jones slams it home.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And here's Diallo. Beyond the arc. And Jones pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's deflected. Odiunas passes to Diallo. Here's Okobo. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Pass to Diallo. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The shot that time, not on target.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
There's the screen. Traps in the tray.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Okobo. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Drills it from outside.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Basket counts.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
To the paint. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yunus grabs the miss.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .103 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina. They get it back. Covered by Yunus. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. That one doesn't go. Here's Diallo. And Jones pulls it down. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Jones.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
First personal foul, second team foul.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team.
and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. James outside. Brown looking around. James outside. 6 to shoot. Brown with a screen. There's the 3. James can't get it to go. And there's a pick. defended by Brown. There's the triple, and the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. James, right side. Misses off the right iron.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And it's good for two.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
Brown with a screen. To the inside.
The officials were right on top of that one.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First team foul. Shooting for the away team. Brown at the line for 2.
And he drops it first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's clear that he's a key aspect of their offensive success. His decisions with the ball are what creates opportunities for himself and the rest of his teammates.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Calathis. To the paint. There's the steal. Here's the break. Offline with a 3. Outside, Brown. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Calathis. They set a pick. The 3. They get it back. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
It's James on the wing. Korkmaz on the wing. Down low. Here's Calathis. Clock at 6. James outside. The 3 ball. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Take it away. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Korkmaz. Back to James. Five to shoot. Pulls up. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
From the arc. Counted from distance. James has got 8 points.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
James with a steal. Here's Korkmaz. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
55 seconds left now in the first quarter. In transition, here they come. No one covering. 5 points in the game.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Here's Calathis. It's deflected. And he converts the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Inside. Pass to Korkmaz. Fires the 3. That shot off the mark. Fires from the wing. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They lead by 5. And we'll get the second. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that... clearly been their priority.
Pass to Diallo. Jacks up a 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Diallo, 3 shots.
People will worry.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review
every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The free throw drops for Diallo. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3. Driving in. Here's Nedovic. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
For 3, Diallo. It doesn't go for him. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And he makes it.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now. Starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Matajunas. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And he buries his first look.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Akobo. No points so far. Blocked. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The rebound by Diallo. Deflects the pass. And that goes out of bounds. Now keep possession.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
Here's Akobo. The layup off target. He takes it in. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
They're really working the paint now.
To the left wing. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. For 3, Diallo. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Nedovic. It's hauled in by Akobo. Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
Tipped away.
2 minutes remaining.
To the middle. Here's Matajunas. And he goes in for the dunk.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Here's Akobo. And a miss there on the triple. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. On the take. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Like a Matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
To the paint. It's tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .55 seconds left in the first half of this one.
Shooting threes hasn't done them much good. They may want to revise their strategy.
Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Give him 8.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
The 3 is up. Connects from downtown.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Matajunas. To the inside. Here's Diallo. And he can't bank that one in.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Out left to the wing. 1 second left. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Up by 16. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
8 p.m. Eastern, that one gets started.
This is a game everyone had circled on their calendar, especially me, and it's finally happening.
I don't want to talk. Let's get going.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the home team.
They're taking...
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. They set the pick. Fires from 14. It's hauled in by Akobo.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Diallo outside. Let's go with a 3. The the offensive rebound.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Off target with the three. Here's Yunus. Pass to Diallo. Puts up a three. No luck on that one.
They're still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Covered by Diallo. From outside the arc. Drops in the three. 10 points for him.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
The layup misses.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
No good with the triple.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
The quick look, no good that time.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Yes, it's good.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. They set the screen. Here's a Kobo. Here's Cornelie. Off target at the rim. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a re-jump.
Diallo on the wing. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Diallo's got 6.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Inside. We've got 1:55 left in the third. And there's the drive. Count it. He's got 5.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Here's Yunus. Here's a Kobo. 6 points for him. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Cornelie. 1:16 left in the third. Here's a Kobo.
Home team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Korkmaz. He's scoreless. Lets the 3 fly. And no good. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first free throw's good.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 54 seconds left in the third. Here's Kalathis. Out to James. Launches it. No good.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
Launches a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 5.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
No good on his first attempt of the game.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The visitors with the ball. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, BA, a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
A 3 off the inbound. That one doesn't drop. Brown with the steal. It's James on the wing. Back to Brown. They set the pick. Off with the layup. For 3. No luck on that one. And here's the fast break. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Lets it go from the wing. That one no good. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
The home team calls timeout.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. James, that's good.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Driving inside. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Here's Kalathis. Pass to James. Can't connect from long distance.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Nedovic. Takes it inside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. James, outside. Korkmaz on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kalathis. Misses the 3. Defended by Brown. He got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. We'll stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
Good on the shot. James has got 5 points now this quarter. James has gone 5 for 11 from the field. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's Brown on the wing from 18 feet away. The shot won't fall. Brown's gone just 1 for 4 so far. 17-foot shot on the way. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. James outside. Nails it from 3. James has got 4 threes here out of 9 attempts. Driving to the basket, drops in the layup for 2.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Calathis. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. James can't get it to go. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Dos Santos.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Calathis. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Away team foul. Calathis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
The line for your home team. Dos Santos. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. James outside. Right side Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to James. No good on the 3. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Jones, and it's Davies in at the 5 down low.
Jones at
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Cannon from long range. Kusevsky grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Puts up a deep three. Bonga, no good. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Jones looking for an opening to the inside. Davies off with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Cannon. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Into the lane, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
The play will be reviewed. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Lundberg. Here's Davies. Five on the clock. Count the baskets.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. See if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, David. One-on-one fast break. And he dunks it down.
Well, that's a smart pass by Alexei Pukashevsky. This guy handing it off to a ready shooter. Nicely done.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Jones. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Cannon. And there's the drive. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely. From outside, off the mark. Powered down with both hands.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
1:46 left in the first quarter. Pass to Pakusevsky. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, Pukashevsky looking really confident on the interior, doing a nice job using his size to his advantage.
So the wing on the left from downtown hits the three-point bomb. 7 points in the game.
and they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's blocked. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he makes the first.
Your home team, number
Both shots good from the stripe. 58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. They set the pick. Jones up top. Pass to Davies. Going inside. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Davies has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Cannon from long range. Akusevsky grabs the miss. Akusevsky's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Lundberg. Oh!
My goodness.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Leading by just 1. And the second... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even... matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
Let's go. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ntilikina to the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up. Ntilikina's got his first points of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Dos Santos laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Down low, here's Jones, and it's blocked. To the middle, to the wing on the left. Dos Santos, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Here's Ntilikina. From deep. Rebounded by Bowling Boy. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Nedovic for 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And Phil Jackson wants the timeout. Here's Ntilikina. Screen by Jones. Fires from way outside. Pass to Ntilikina. Will it go? No good that time. Ntilikina's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
On Sunday, then on Thursday. They set the screen.
Away team foul. Brian, first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visitors. They trail by 6. Here's Mitrovic. Still yet to score. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Ntilikina. Over to the wing. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, Frank Ntilikina has exceptional basketball IQ, so he understands when to take advantage of the mid-range.
Dos Santos, the shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here's Ntilikina. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Kalinic. Got it. Good job in the low post.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. Here's Ntilikina. A three-pointer off the mark. Ntilikina's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. For the 3. No good. That's miss number 2 against 3 makes from the field. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Kalinic, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pass to Ntilikina. Rebounded by Boy. Ntilikina's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. The shot's good from Nedovic.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
From past the arc. No good on that one. And that does it for the first half of play. Up by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
All right, fellas. Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. To the wing right side. They set the pick. That's tipped.
Oh, send it back, Alexei Pokuševski. Make him feel that 7-foot frame.
They've got Pokuševski, and it's Davies in at center. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Cannon. The second chance effort. He lays it in. He's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Full team foul. Canada. First personal foul. First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Bonga. Jones, no one around him. Off target with his 3. Jones has gone 1 of 4 so far. Cannon looking over the floor. To the left wing. Driving to the basket. They grab their own miss. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Lundberg. Back to Jones. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Cannon. Still without a basket. 6 on the shot clock. Driving the lane. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Jones. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
There's a screen. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Pokusevski's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. He's got 9.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Pass to Bonga.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
From deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Bonga's got himself on the board with 3 there. And there's a minute 45 left here in the third quarter. Here's Cannon. There's the drive. It's good. Cannon's got his first points of the game.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. Outside, Jones. Here's Bonga. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bonga's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. For 3. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Pokusevski's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
It's Jones on the wing. 6 points for him.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Driving in. Can't connect from short range.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Bonga, no good. Bonga's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Cannon gets it to go. And here's Jones. Pass to Davies. Back to Jones. Here's Lundberg. Out to the wing. Here's Pokusevski. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
3 points.
Pakusevski's got 5. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Back to Jones. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Latre. Pokusevski in the corner. Bonga, the pass to Pakusevski. Outside, Jones. Pass to Lundberg. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court. Away team foul. Number 19. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Clock at 6. Right wing, Dos Santos. And Jones pulls it down.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Inside, Mitrovic, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Bowling Boy. Bowling Boy's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Dos Santos to the right side. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Pass to Nilakina. The 3. Offensive rebound to the wing right side. No good on the triple.
Away team foul. Number 19. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
The 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
At the elbow, Jones. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Away team ball.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Drains the three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
To the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Nedovic. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Nilakina. It's good from long range.
Well, Nilakina is fearless, and he delivers in a big moment.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Nedovic. Over to the left wing. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Out to the right wing. To shoot. A 15-footer. From the arc. He doesn't hit that one.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Bowling Boy. And it's going to go the other way.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nilakina kicks to Jones. Pass to Nilakina. To the left wing. Just 5 to shoot.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Dos Santos. It's good from beyond the arc.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Fires the three. Rebounded by Bowling Boy. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.